3 goals in mind when looking for a new soundbar. 1. Make sure it has Dolby Atmos to future-proof my setup so I don't feel like I have to upgrade in a year or so. 2. Find the absolute best, most immersive audio quality. And 3. Find it for the best price without having to spend a ton of money. Now, that search has led me to the Bose Smart Soundbar 600. Let's talk specs, features, why I chose it over other soundbars, and why I not only would recommend it to you, but feel this is probably the best soundbar of 2022. Let's talk about it. Quick disclaimer, I am not a professional soundbar reviewer, but I do have over 25 years of experience working in studios, helping people put together home studios. I've owned tons of home theater setups for comparison and feel I have a pretty good ear. At the end of the day, I'm just your average consumer just like you who happens to have a lot of experience with audio. The Bose Smart Soundbar 600 comes in at a retail price of $499, but can be found on sale for $449. Check my link in the description as I try to post the lowest possible price I can find. Now, I did first consider the Bose Soundbar 300, however, that model does not have Dolby Atmos, and while it would be the most affordable option with a sale price of $399, the Soundbar 600 sale price is only $50 more, so it was kind of a no-brainer. Build quality does have a premium feel as the aluminum body feels nice and weighted, has a metal wraparound grille covering the front and sides, which houses a single center speaker for dialogue, as well as 2 transducers on the sides to help spread sound horizontally, and a metal grille on top which houses the Atmos upward firing speakers. Now, some may disagree here, but I actually like that the body is not covered with excessive buttons and there's no front display showing volume level. I'm just not a fan of the typical white numbers you find on most soundbars. It is supported by rubber feet, however, I'm a big believer in acoustic treatment and isolation and would recommend you support the soundbar with something like these rubber Pro Jacks feet I have underneath, link in the description. On the back, you'll find your AC adapter port, IR and bass ports for the optional bass and wireless surround speaker add-ons, an optical in, a service USB, and single HDMI eARC port. Now, if that single HDMI port is a concern, as long as your devices are all connected to your TV, you'll be just fine. One side note is that optical ports cannot transmit Dolby Atmos codecs, so you'll definitely want to make sure you use your TV's ARC or eARC HDMI port. That'll allow your soundbar to take full advantage of Dolby Digital Plus, Dolby True HD, and Dolby Atmos signals. As an added bonus, if your devices support CEC, you'll be able to turn on and off all your devices with a single device, the way my Xbox turns my TV and soundbar on and off. Now, if for some reason you're not able to use the HDMI ARC port on your TV or are watching non-Atmos content, it does feature Bose TrueSpace technology, which analyzes other formats like say 5.1 and upmixes them to create an Atmos-like multi-channel experience. Now, if you're like me and working with limited space in an apartment, know that it sits about 27.5 inches wide, has a depth of about 4 inches, weighs about 7 pounds, and sits at 2.25 inches high, so it should fit perfectly in front of most TVs and negate the need to put holes in your walls to mount your TV. So why did I choose this soundbar over other soundbars, and what do I truly think of the sound? So I had the luxury of going to my nearest Best Buy and being able to hear demos. There was this soundbar and the Bose 900, the entire suite of Polk Magnify soundbars, and a few LG soundbars, but I don't recall the specific models. My wife was with me and had the same opinion that when you compare soundbar versus soundbar, the Bose lineup was a big step above. Now, if you go out and buy an LG or a Polk soundbar and take it home, chances are you're going to be satisfied. But when you're able to hear them side by side, you really see just why Bose is considered a premium brand, as the soundstage is just that much better, making even the Magnify Max SR sound thin in comparison. Now, I'm used to watching shows and movies and gaming in my Dolby Atmos home theater system with full suite of Polk Signature Series speakers, so maybe I'm more picky than the average person would be, but to my ears, the soundstage in the 600 has to be among the best I've heard in a soundbar so far. I always feel like soundbars have some sort of compromise. Sometimes dialogue is clear, but there's no mid or low end, or maybe it's boomy and dialogue is hard to understand. But the Soundbar 600 manages to nail the full spectrum clearly. The only scenario I could imagine one wouldn't be satisfied is if you have a big space that would warrant the need for the bass module and surround speaker add-ons. Now at that point things can get a little dicey because now you're spending around $1,300 for the full system and there might be stronger competition in that range. That said, if you're in an apartment like me, you have a smaller to medium-sized room and neighbors to worry about, the soundbar alone should be just fine. Now, you could just plug and play and go with the factory settings and be happy with that, but I highly recommend once you have that Bose Music app downloaded, you go into your audio settings and experiment with the center channel, height channel, bass, and treble settings until you find your own personal calibration that works for you. Now, if you want to do it the easy way, there is a dialogue mode that really brings vocals up front and center. However, it comes at the expense of some mid frequencies and you kind of lose some of that immersion this soundbar does so well. Take it from me, take your time, dial in those settings. Once you find a balance you're happy with, the overall experience will be so much better. A few things I didn't mention is that this soundbar is Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Apple AirPlay 2, Spotify, and Chromecast compatible and can be controlled by using your voice using Voice for Video and Amazon Alexa. Those are features I really don't use and don't plan to, but if that's something you need, it's there. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for the engagement. Feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell to help my small channel grow. That's going to wrap things up for today. I really do feel like the Soundbar 600 is the one to get, and if your budget isn't quite there, I absolutely think it's worth it to save up just a little bit longer so you can get the most bang for your buck. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to buy the Soundbar 600 or if you think there's something better on the market that deserves the best soundbar title. Until next time, thank you for watching. Stay tuned and have yourself a great rest of your day.